hardest part of anything is the beginning. A blank canvas. Where do you start? What is the first mark? You can see the ending, but where does the beginning? Hey, I was wondering, can you just pull up to the spot?
Where's it at?
It's 30th and Larimer.
Yeah, probably. Where you at?
I'm on my way down from Boko.
Yeah, I'll meet you there.
Like, all this stuff right here, this is like since 2008. Like, this thing just opened up like 2 years ago. But the neighboring neighborhood over there is the 5 Points, and that's Denver's historical black neighborhood. All of this was just warehouses. It was kind of run down, actually, pretty much, because there was a lot of warehouses, but a lot of them were like not even, they didn't have any businesses inside of them or anything going on. But you still got like taggers come out here and they tag up new businesses, and they do that so like they can get the point that this is still like the people's neighborhood. And some of it's been good, some of it's been bad. I think, you know, it comes from all sides. You got new Shake Shack leaders. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is gentrification for you, you know? We pulling up right here to Dateline. This is my homie's gallery. He opened this up a while ago, like a few years ago, 2010, 11, something like that. And he's been in this space in RiNo since before it was like really RiNo.
Well, there's been a line at Dateline for about 3 days now to get in, as you can see.
Yeah.
And, you know, people just can't get enough of our hamburgers.
You know, you might get something else too. Get some sauce on the side. They might charge you 30, 40 cents for that.
If you want to get some like Oreos thrown into your shake, it's a $2 upcharge.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Oh, they got some Shake Shack. They made the line.
How long was the line?
It moves really fast.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was like maybe 15 minutes.
Yeah, where? Some change? Yeah, I got some change, man.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you, mister. Have a good day. Have a good day.
All right, bro. You know what I'm saying? This is the neighborhood. This is gentrification life. You know what I'm saying? You got people spending $20 on some hamburgers. You got people that got no change in their pocket. So this is like a gallery space, but this is also your crib.
Yeah, art gallery in my house. In my art studio when there's not a show up.
The first time I've done it in the city, I'll tell you what.
I've had Dateline for about 4 years now. I was really interested in all the project spaces that people had, so I wanted to kind of bring that whole vibe back to Denver. Yeah, we decided we just wanted to focus on showing more like experimental local artists, and we just went from there.
If you don't want the window side, if you don't feel like you want to do the whole thing,
I think it could all loop in. I mean, I can stop at that window, or I can stop it behind that third pole right there, and just have a
so I
straight
see
black
how
line.
he had to work with the window.
Yeah. Basically, I'm doing from this whole brick wall here to the end of that window. The theme for this piece is it's a Kuba design piece. I'm from the Kuba Yaka tribe in the Congo, so this is kind of like using elements from traditions of Kuba textile, trying to incorporate it in this piece. No outline, just straight from the head, straight from the heart onto the wall. Some of the stuff, you know, some of the Kuba stuff, that's why I keep my laptop in. Yeah, I could draw it first because the tape is going to take forever.
If you draw, I'll tape.
Alright, sounds good. Let's do that.
Part of the team now.
Yep, always happen.
Every piece after like the blank canvas is really, once you make your first mark, it's all about discovery. At that point, you're letting the piece kind of guide you into its self-creation, but you know, the piece is going to guide every next move you make. And every next move you make is going to guide the move after that. So it's kind of like you're playing chess with yourself, or you're playing chess with creativity, your imagination. Because, you know, it's one thing seeing something in your head, and then once you start creating, like your emotions as a human, like your reality and our short attention span just makes it so that, oh, this could be that, or that could be this, and this becomes that, and it becomes what it is at the end. So that's always been my process. And again, this is a Cuban themed style, so I went with some traditional colors. Just a certain tint of orange that has been really used throughout the forum, throughout history, and these cayenne reds, kind of like pepper reds, and a lighter tone to give some contrast. And of course, this is all gonna be on black, always on black, all black, everything. You feel me? That's just a shout out to black. Perfection is it's a conscious thing. It's something that humans have made from their understanding of the world and of things, material things. So there is no such thing as perfection, and perfection is, or how about this? There is perfection, but perfection is flawed. How about that?
How about infection?
You get those too, viral infections,
When are you gonna peel the tape off?
Today actually. Well, I have to go in black, so I'm going in black, and then the grand finale is gonna be done another day. So everything that's not like taped down or in white, or if I think there should be a certain pattern somewhere, then I'll leave it. I kind of want to keep some of this brick wall because it kind of looks good, like the gradients. I kind of like using some of the wall to make it look, like it's part of, what it's made from. So that just got added in. Oh yeah, it's the nature of the beast. Like working on street stuff, like this box was not there when I started, working on this piece. And then it got there and I was like, oh, for the first like few hours I was so pissed because I was just like, damn, this is like ruining my plans, like what am I gonna do? But it's just the nature of the beast, it comes with the territory. So now it's just working around it. It's like learning how to adapt. But I think that's kind of cool to see. Like I like pieces that decay in a certain way, and if that adds to that aesthetic, I think you're adding more life and not taking it away. But I didn't go to art school, so I didn't follow all the rules, so Man, that's another thing about street art. The weather, especially in Denver, the weather in Denver is crazy. It's like 1 minute it's like hot, like beaming sunlight, and then it's thundering, and I'm like working around like wires, electrical wires. I'm not trying to like get electrocuted. So that's been a challenge on this one, that unforeseen challenge, and really a danger. Look at these wires up there. They're just like hanging off the top, like, whoo boy. I'm glad I'm alive today. The idea of like not necessarily chasing after inspiration, but being ready for when it does strike, because you can't conjure up inspiration. It's like energy that comes to you. And are you gonna be ready when that inspiration comes to make that dope piece? Are you gonna have the skills to complete it and get it done? Because if you do, then sky's the limit. But if you sit around, just waiting for it and not, preparing yourself for it, then you're not able to take advantage of it. Good buddy.
Yeah.
That dude just looks reckless. And in these alleyways, it's like mad homeless people always cruising down the alleyway. Because it's like right next to downtown, it's the art district. It used to be all warehouses, so there's like all these alleys, people like camp out in the alley. It's also like the graffiti walls are all out here, like the street art walls and stuff. A lot of conflictual identities operating at the same time.
Hey! Baby! Why don't you just leave me in the middle? I'm losing my mind just a little. Why don't you just leave me in the middle? In the middle? Stop!
lace shoes, I'm the king, huh? Been big shit, you a stain, huh? Paint the city red with my veins, yeah. Blood, sweat, tears, that's a pain, yeah. Roll, tick, tick, where the time go? 100 on dash, anywhere I go. Put it in the
third of the way done. I went ahead and put it on like my laptop, just so not spending so much time on the wall because the weather was getting a little crazy, and I figured I might as well. I felt like itching for drawing, so I just did it on my Photoshop like halfway through. And this is what it looks like on my Photoshop, but it's gonna be a little different, but at least it lets me like put everything in its place, like everything aesthetically like how I want it to be. But if you look at this is like, you can tell it's like already different, you know. It's kind of hard sometimes to think about, you know, things that you want people to look at and remember, like when they see this, especially when you write something in such a visual piece. Adding this in there kind of came organically, like the guns, but I wanted to make a statement about like no more guns, but I don't want like, it's not like an anti-NRA thing, it's just like no more gun violence, you know, we need to actually reform our laws. So I think that's what I'm just gonna say, because that's what kind of comes more natural, or came to me, I guess.
God forbid. Guess what? Guess what we do? We have a baseball bat in our office, excuse our language, but anytime somebody wants to come bomb some fucking artwork, we're like, hey man, don't you understand somebody put a little bit forth some effort? And don't you realize we got a baseball bat in our hands? Get the fuck out of here, you street mongrels.
What's your name, dude? Your artist name?
I'm Leo.
Leo?
Motherfucking Leos. You know, Leos, I
This
really
whole piece
love the
yours?
windows that you be painting
Nice.
up on them buildings.
You got any other ones on the city?
Nah, not really.
Well, brother, my
Alright,
friend,
man.
don't even remove it.
This is dope, though.
This is very nice. You keep going. Okay. Okay.
We can't do this shit, so we just crack skulls with people who try to bomb that shit.
Yeah.
We get off on it.
We fuck
know.
motherfuckers that try to fuck with motherfuckers'
Our
art.
office
This
is
shit's
down on
delicious.
Broadway.
That shit's good looking out,
Put
man.
up this sweet Star Wars.
God
piece
damn,
on
look
May
at
4th.
that.
Yeah.
Hey,
The other day,
cameraman, come on
it was like
over
Thursday
here.
or something.
Shit, check this out.
These three kids showed
your
up,
big ass
and we
body,
like, saw
man.
them walking up with
Check that
the
shit out.
can in their hand
Right
like this,
there,
like trying
and
to
then
be
up
all
to the
slick.
motherfucking
We just,
windows
like,
in the
walked out
building.
on the street,
Shit,
baseball bat.
motherfucking Leo, he's
Kind of looking at them, talking loud.
got
like,
this down
These
pat.
motherfuckers are gonna try to bomb this shit. And they looked at us like,
Nah. Yeah,
So hey, we appreciate you guys, man.
Hell yeah.
Stay up.
Yeah.
Keep spreading that art.
Play some funky music. What you got in your Serato? But I'm just putting the finishing touches on it. It's been a process. I've been traveling a lot, so it's kind of cool to be able to be at this point right now. I guess I should sign my name down there, right? That looks like a good spot right there. Oh, and now it's the arm, so I just gotta put some arm on it. So originally I wanted for him to hold on to the roof, but with these 2-bar poles, we kind of changed that mission. They gotta leave the hand like intact, but I want this to be like completely fucking tagged up. Like that's the cool part about it, cause like when they put this box down, I was tripping. Like at the same time, as a street artist, like that's just the nature of the beast sometimes. And I think it's gonna be cool, cause like this is gonna get all tagged up, and like over the years and time, it's gonna be just layers of tags, and people sit like, you know, just tags period, and then this is gonna stay here, and it's gonna be like integrated like as part of the living piece. And that's like part of like also leaving parts of the wall on this, like on the abstract parts, like leaving part of the actual wall that was in the back I really like this piece, and when I was doing references for this piece, I was like looking into like Picasso a lot, and I was looking at Guernica specifically, and that's like this area right here, literally like kind of like just to shape it as like, because in Guernica he's able to like depict chaos in a way that's like so direct, but also connected with the fantasy palm trees, like, you know, dream imagery, to like the Adam and Eve, to the city landscape that is, to everything spilling over into itself, you know, like from, you know, Bumba. You know, because it all started from like literally like one line, one tape line, to this. Man, I've been through all types of stuff, ups and downs. I've done damn near everything somebody could do. Like, as far as like getting money from temp jobs to working, you know, at restaurants, like everything, like doing construction, doing taxi. Man, I done almost every hustle there is. And really, like, to fund everything, it just takes so much money. Like, art is not cheap. Period. You know, and that should be on a t-shirt, actually. You please quote me though. I'm living that life, so I'm like the mort. I am a mort right now. You know what I'm saying? Until I become immortal. That's what it goes.
Hit you like a thunder strike, it's like man, do you feel the vibe? The energy. This ain't just a motherfucking lifestyle, do you feel the vibe?